my name is Kimon, and I'm gonna tell you a story about Mermaid Della, and it's an adaptation of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a peaceful and happy family who had a beautiful young daughter named Mermaid Della. She was as gentle as a shell and as soft as a baby's skin. She's really nice and has such nice tingling eyes. But one day changed when Mermaid Della's mom died and her father married a new wife. Every day she was really sad and they made her their servant. So every day she has to sweep the floor and clean the tables, wash the dishes, and make the seaweed bed nice. And when she go to sleep, she cried and cried and cried until she fell asleep. At the morning, she have to wake up at 4 o'clock. She have to clean some tables, feed the fishes, and when she's finished, Moody, who was the elder sister, came and broke a dish on purpose. Bang! And then her mother and Judy was the second sister, came over here and came running and said, "What is going on?" And then Moody blamed it. Moody said that, "Mom, it was Mermaid Della. She broke a beautiful pink clown dish," and she blamed it on Mermaid Della. When they were gone, Mermaid Della was crying her head off. And then she keep working. Sweep the floor and wash the floor. After one day passed, a man came knocking on the door. Knock, knock, knock. And then Mermaid Della said, "Who is that?" And then Moody yelled, "Who is that?" And then she said, "I don't know, let me see." She opened the door. It was a mail carrier. When they bring it in, she saw it was the mail from the prince to the ball. And then her mom said, "Where? Give it to me." So she took it. They looked at it and they all said, "It was a mail from the prince." They all squeaked and then they yelled. "Ah!" They all yelled together except for Mermaid Della. And then she asked, "Does it mean that I get to go too?" And then they said, "No, you have to finish the housework and you don't even have a dress to wear." And so she said that, "But I can still get to go." And then they said that, "But you have to finish the housework, but when you're finished, we're already back." So off they went. Bloop, 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 bloop went the dolphin. And then at home she cried. And then later she saw a sparkly, shiny thing. And then she said, "Who is that?" And then a fish came and said, "I'm your fishy godmother." And then she said that, "Why are you crying?" She stopped. Then she said that, "I want to go to the ball." And then the fishy godmother said, "Why didn't you go?" "Because I have to finish the housework, and when I finish, I still don't get to go." And then she keep crying. After that, the fishy godmother said, "It's okay, don't worry, I'll help you. But first, if you want to go, get me 1 seashell and 2 shrimp and 4 crabs." And then she said, "Why?" But the fishy godmother did not answer. So she swam off to get them. Seashell, shrimp, and crab. "Okay, here you go, fishy godmother." And then she said that, "Now, bibbidi bobbidi boo." the seashell turned into a big white and pretty carriage. And the 2 shrimp turns into 2 beautiful blue dolphins. And the 4 crabs turned into 4 little fishes. 2 was at the front and 2 was at the back to protect the carriage. But then, before she steps into the carriage, Mermaidella says, "But what about my dress?" "Oh, forgot. Bibbidi bobbidi boo." She turns into a beautiful princess and with shiny crown and jewels in her shirt and such a nice shiny scales. But first, when she steps, the fishy godmother said, "Wait, don't go yet. I'll have to warn you. Before you go, you have to come back at 12 o'clock or everything will turn back into normal." "Okay, thank you." So off they went. Blue, 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 blue went the dolphin. After that, when she had her first step into the palace, everyone stared at her, and then even her mom and her sister were admiring her. And so, the prince came and asked, "Would you want to have a dance?" And then she said, "My pleasure." After that, they danced all night. But then they danced for 1 hour, and then they eat. They ate squids. They ate shrimp rolls with seaweeds. They drank some seaweed juice. And after that, when they drank, they danced for 10 more minutes around the shiny castle in the middle of the shiny tiles in the palace. When they're dancing, she heard the clock strikes, and then she rushed out of and then she let him go. And then she rushed out of the palace, and she swam to the carriage. When she's up to the carriage, but when she first gets to the carriage, she dropped her beautiful shiny scales, and then she went to the carriage, and off the dolphin goes. Blue, 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 blue went the dolphin. When she got home, she said goodbye to the dolphin, and everything turns normal. She turns back into her dirty old gown and sits on the rocking chair with a smile. And then when the sister came back in, they were talking about that beautiful princess. And they said, "She was so beautiful, she was so clean, and look at her dangling eyes." And then they were blah, blah, blah. They were talking. She was still sitting on the rocking chair and smiled. After that, when they got back, she looked at them and chuckled a little. And looked at them, and she grinned. "Did you have a fun?" They said, "Mind your own business." And then she said, "Okay." Then she sat on the rocking chair again and smiled. When they went to sleep, she went to her bed and did not cry this time. She smiled and smiled and smiled. After that, when she falls asleep, she dreamed about getting married with the prince. And then she falls asleep. After that, when the morning comes, the prince announced every woman in the world has to come and try on the scales. And so, everyone in the world, the women, came and tried on the scales. And they put on the scale, they took one of their scales out, and put, but none of them fit. And then gets to Mermaidella's house. The mom gets to try, take the dirty old scales out, put the shiny scales on, but it didn't fit her. So went to the 2 sisters. Millie tried it on first, but didn't fit her. So Judy tried it on too, and then fits her. And then when the prince went to Mermaidella, they stopped him and said, "She don't have to try on that. She's only our servant." And so the prince just ignored them. She went to Mermaidella and she tried on it. Took her scales off and tried on it. It fit, and so she took another of her fish scales, one more pair. And then they were so surprised that the mom fainted. So the prince went to the carriage and bring her to the castle. After that, when one day passed, they were really like they have a wedding, and such a big, beautiful wedding. The princess was as beautiful as a diamond, and the prince was as beautiful as a seashell. After that, they got married. Many years passed, 2 years passed. The prince was crowned to be a king, and so is the princess. So they become king and queens. And then, when they become king and queens, Mermaidella called their guards to go and find her mom and her sisters. When they come, she punished them, and so they say sorry to her a lot and know that they're wrong and do things. After that, they were her servants, so every day they sweep the floor, clean the beds, and now wash the dish like how Mermaidella was. That was her punish, so they become their servant and live in the palace. But then 5 years passed, and then Mermaidella have birth to two child. One was a boy and one was a girl. They were princess and princesses, but except for Moody. Moody was their nanny. So they played happy together, and then they were so happy. The little princess was nice and really fun to play with, and the boy was fun to play too. But he's really like to play, like go and swim around, not like the little princess. And so did